Hi guys, okay, so this was a requested video doing a get ready with me using the new techniques that I've been doing for my own face lately whilst in lockdown, and showing you how quick it is. So I've already done my normal skincare routine and now I'm going to mix my Embryolisse and my Mercier creams. This is the Pure Canvas Illuminating Primer, and I'm going to mix that together for my face. Now, obviously when I do clients, I don't normally use my fingers like this, but for me, this is what I'm doing. Put it everywhere. The Embryolisse cream is actually really nice because it's really moisturizing and I find it has a bit of a tackiness to it too, so actually it adheres your foundation and your other products really well to the skin, as well as filling in any pores that need to be filled, which I have a lot of. Okay. I have already put my Bobbi Brown eye cream on as well for my skin. Now I will be using a mixture of my MAC Something Special cream blush and also my Natasha Denona Love Glow cheek palette. And I'm literally going to just grab my finger. On a client, I would just scoop this out and put it on my hand, or on a palette. But these are my personal ones, so I'm just going in with fingers. And not really trying to be too specific with it, but just trying to make sure there's enough colour there. And yes, like, I'm not even kidding, this is how I have been doing it lately. Also because I don't really have a lot of time, so chucking product on and just hoping that it just does its thing. Take out the brow a little. And yeah. I like the colour mix of the two colours together as well as the consistency, and I feel like, yeah, I just like those tones. So I'm aiming to get it on the parts of my cheeks where I imagine blush would be anyway, but I'm not being specific and I'm not blending, so very different to what I was taught, and also what I'm used to doing prior to like just experimenting with this. Now I'm going in with my MAC Prep and Prime Beauty Balm in Dark Plus. I like this because it's really creamy, and it blends really well, so I don't worry too much if I've made a mistake with it, because it just kind of like blends out really. But it has enough stickability that if you place it well, you can wear it without having to try and fix it up. If you're wondering, well, don't worry, I started off wondering well too. And if you're a mum and you're thinking, wow, I really don't have time to do my makeup, so this is genius, you're welcome. Now I'm going to get I still love my Mary Kay products and I still use a lot of them. So this one is the Eye Corrector. It's peach toned, so it's really good at hiding and reflecting the rather purple bags that I have around my eyes. I also get like these shadows where I smile. And a little bit now where I frown. And also I've been using the It by Bye Undereye concealer as well. This is in light 10.5. I'm quite pale, I found, when I went to the Sephora open day, and a lot of things that I didn't think I'd be so pale on. But anyway, it's an interesting discovery. I remember when I first saw people doing this technique, I couldn't understand how it would work. Also because I thought, like, once you've done all this work, you'd still have to go over the top and add layers, like for this stuff, and it would end up cakey and so on and so forth. But then I started doing it myself, and actually playing around with the products that I'm using and being aware of which ones can be layered on top of others, which ones can't. That made a big difference as well. If it's super high coverage foundation, obviously nothing's going to show through, then that probably won't show through. But if you've got something that's more medium or lighter coverage that's buildable, probably works better. I'm using for foundation again my Mary Kay one, and this is a favorite of mine. It is the Timewise Luminous Wear foundation. I find it's got quite a thick consistency, and as I'm getting older my skin's drier, so this works better. My hand, and I will be using a damp sponge to do this stuff, to blend all of this in after I apply it with my Tia brushes, which I have been loving. I use these for myself at the moment, and yeah, really like. And before we get started on that, I'm just going to spritz my face with my little Max Fix Plus Prep and Prime little sample thing that I got to keep my skin nice and moist. I find that it helps. And then using my brush, I'm just plonking. Oh, I'm gonna need more. Foundation everywhere. And like, as you can see, like most of this, I am very non-specific. Making sure with this brush that I'm trying not to move the product that's underneath, but just put on the foundation, I suppose, but not trying to move or manipulate anything under that layer. And then with my damp sponge, making sure, of course, this is damp so that your product doesn't stick to the sponge. I've got a little mini one as well from around my eye area. And just blending it all in. And as I'm blending, I'm pushing it into the skin. Well, the reason why I think I find this working, one, I'm not having to spend a whole lot of time placing product at the moment. It's kind of just happening really well. Just with this generalized plotting of product. I don't know how to explain it. But, I don't know, it just worked. Also, because I'm not adding as much product by doing layers and layers and layers over my face, it's less cakey. Now I obviously use more luminous or buildable products at the moment. Like I said, my skin is quite dry, and I find things that are full matte make my skin look drier. So that I think helps with this particular process because the products are a bit lighter, so the layering, no, it's not a problem. And you can still kind of see where the blush, the bronzer, and the shaping of my face is. Now it's obviously not full on like it was before, and I always like to add a little bit of powder touch-ups here and there anyway, which you'll see, but it works. Right. Okay, so I'm going to continue now with how I would just keep doing my face, but I wanted to show you guys how that particular process worked and how even with the layers, like putting the foundation on top of all the other stuff, it still kind of does what you want it to do. And because I haven't taken any time in applying that product individually, like I normally would one after the other, my little process, it's fast. And it still does the same thing. Right, I'm getting very sick of these lashes that I had put on prior to lockdown. Sorry, one minute. Blooper. Oh, anyway. Okay, so that's how it's looking with all my liquidy creamy products. Now I do like to spritz my face again with spray. I'd either use, which I've run out of, an illuminating primer at this point because I quite like glowy things, but it's just to keep everything that I'm putting on nice and moist so that it's not drying out and going cakey in between processes. Now, I don't really need a lot of powder at the moment, but I do want to set with something, so I'm going to use my Mary Kay Mineral Foundation powder foundation in Ivory 2, and I'm just going to get a fluffy brush from my Tea collection and the and just patting that all over. Now, because it's a mineral powder foundation, it's also got a little bit of coverage for anyone that like for if I was needing more coverage. Not really too bad at the moment. My skin's been pretty good at the mo, so I'm not overly worried about coverage. I'm more worried about just kind of taking away some of that tackiness and setting that product in place. Every time I get too close, the sun comes in, so I can't really show you close-ups of my skin, but there we go. Look, as I go, I like to use a towel to wipe the foundation from my lips. Okay. Right. Itchy nose. Now I'm going to use my Morphe 8L palette. It is a well-loved contour highlight palette. And again, one of my tear brushes. And I'm just going in just adding, honestly, the slightest definition because it's like already there. And I'm just following the contours of my face with this. A little bit of blending, but not a lot. And then under my jawline. Excuse the facials. A little bit around extra to my nose. Now, the other thing I've been doing lately is kind of doing like this bit of contouring off up the side of my eye for my eye shape. I actually find it gives me kind of like a effect. And then just there. Do it away. And then again and there. Now, I'm going to use my fan brush from here and I'm just going to get some highlighter and place it just there. Again, other side, nose, eyes. And my Natasha Denona palette, this Love Glow one, also comes with a pinky, powdery, luminescent-y, glittery, fine glittery thing. So to top up that colour of that blush that's underneath, I just add a little bit of that because it's nice and sheer. I'm not a huge fan of a super pink cheek on the day-to-day, but a little bit of colour, it's always nice. I don't know why I do that thing with my ducky lips. Sometimes this could be probably a taste a lot faster if I was using a thicker brush, but anyway. Right, we're almost finished. Brows. At the moment, I am using my MAC Linering Shade Pen Shade Brow Tint. This is in the shade, maybe Lingering is the shade. But no, anyway. Brows. Draw a line on the bottom. Draw a line through the top. In the shape that I want. Fill the tail in. And then diffuse through the top and bottom. That's how I do my brows. Then I just add some depth or some filling in anywhere I need. That's literally how I do my brows. At the moment, obviously, they're COVID brows because they haven't been done in a while. So, just doing what I can to create the effect of nicely shaped brows. If I really wanted to go all out with this, I would have done my brows first and done like the whole concealer liner around and made sure that you couldn't see any of those baby brow hairs that are peeking through overgrown bits. But for the sake of this and being what I would do just to hurry up, but also achieve like a really nice face. This is what I do. Didn't bring my brow brush in here, but that's okay. Anyway, good luck now. Made that one slightly darker, damn it. Alright, I'm gonna stop fluffing. Now, pretty much all done. Hourglass, unlocked mascara. It's a tubing mascara, so it comes off really easily and it transfers a whole lot less. And when it does transfer, you just have to wipe it away and it doesn't smudge, I think. Okay, we can see I've transferred a few areas. Leave it alone, don't touch it. No, I don't always add mascara to my bottom lashes. Depending on what I've got going on the top, sometimes I'll just leave them because I can't be bothered keeping an eye on any fallout through the night of my mascara. Right. Now, today I was planning on doing like a wing liner thing, but that does not make this look any faster. So I've decided just to show you how I get like this done fast. And that's all that is. If I wanted to go in again with some lippy, which I'm going to do while I talk through this, I will. I'm just using my tier with NYX Lipkit. It is in Brownie. And I really love the smell, first of all. Both products smell really nice. My lips are a little bit dry, a little bit flaky. If I could be bothered right now, I would do a lip scrub. One layer outline done. Now I'm going to put this on my hand because I've only got one of these, so I will be sharing that with my clients. So I will use lip liner, lip brush, sorry, lip liner, lip brush to apply it so that I don't get that hygienic. Excuse me. That's not good. Sorry. Alright, so normally I would do my hair after this, and this is how you guys often see me in my videos. This is my natural hair, so I haven't done anything to it. If I wanted to right now, you know, if I was going out anyway, because it was in lockdown, but it is lockdown, I would do my hair now. And so that's getting ready with me. I am going to also film another video once I get off this one. I'm putting on some lashes because I've had requests for how to put on lashes, so I'll just show you guys how I put on my lashes in the mirror, and hopefully that helps you. Okay, bye.